I want to talk about one of the key principles of having the good life, of living the good life, of understanding the goodness that God has designed for us. And one of them is your identity, knowing who you are, knowing that you are made in the image and likeness of God. And from that, you have a certain innate value, and that you were made by intention, you had a purpose. God had a purpose in mind for you. He wanted you to be His and to be like Him and to carry forth His kingdom on the earth. That was His design. That was His idea. You were one of His great ideas, and He has the understanding of who you really are, and He tries to bring you back to that. And I want to tell you a story about one of the things that happened to me that helped me understand my identity a little bit better, because this is one of the important phases that you need to go through, which is actually knowing who you are in light of who God intended you to be. And so I remember when I was a teenager, I'm not sure exactly what age, maybe 14 or 15 years old, possibly. And I was a member of a congregation, and they were going to have a women's seminar. And it was going to be one of the first women's seminars that had been had in that city of Los Angeles. And something really critical happened. At least it stayed in my memory forever. And that is, I was approached to facilitate and to teach a class or a workshop for the teenagers. And so I was asked by one of the women there at the time who was coordinating it. And I was just very honored and kind of surprised that they asked me. Now, maybe I shouldn't have been so surprised. I mean, I had exhibited, certain personality traits and certain interests and talents that maybe should have led toward that. But in my mind, I was lacking. In my mind, I was inadequate because I did not feel that I had the same image of beauty or appearing to be like one of the pretty girls. I remember specifically when I was even a little bit younger, some of the women admiring my friend's hair and how long and pretty it was, and saying, "Oh, we wish we could play with your hair and do your hair." And I'm standing right next to her, right, and not getting any of that kind of attention or compliment. And that kind of stuck with me. So when I, in contrast, had this other woman approach and say, "Hey, we'd like you to do a workshop and teach the teens," something just always stayed with me that made such an impression, that they saw me. They actually did see me, and they saw me for what I was good at. Maybe I wasn't the one who would have gotten noticed for her appearance or being so cute or pretty or with the long hair, but they entrusted in me a job, an assignment for delivering information, for being able to stand before a group. And now, mind you, I had never really done anything like that at that level. Maybe made some speeches in school here and there, but not in that way, not taking charge of a whole workshop, a whole class of other teens. That was energizing. That was encouraging. That was uplifting. mainly because something in me also knew it was true that I could do that very well. And so I did. And actually, I had quite a success with that and had a very good workshop, and was able to facilitate that workshop and have a great time, and felt in charge of the room in that moment, and felt emboldened, and subsequently went on to do other workshops and hold other classes and facilitate other groups, and on throughout my life. And so I was seen in that moment. I was known in that moment, and it was true. And I began to know that there was something true about who I was. Part of my identity was to deliver information, to facilitate, and to feel confident in that way, and to help others learn or connect or exchange information and ideas. And when you come across experiences of communicating, or rather experiencing who you really are, you never forget it. And so identity, knowing who you are, knowing who God made you to be, and deeper, knowing that He made you to be like Him, that's the path to the good life. I hope you find your path. Reach out if you want to learn more. Bye-bye.